Hey guys, welcome back to Fleet Footed. It's another Monday. Arsenal have won again. We're picking up momentum. Will it be enough? I got a special guest with me today. Dare we say he's a Gooners vet? His name is John Thorpe. He's a good friend. We worked together once upon a time a few years ago, and I've asked him to actually join today's stream. Maybe before we get into it, John, you could introduce yourself. So maybe, John, you'd like to introduce yourself. I don't know why the stream keeps cutting out. For some reason, this stream keeps cutting out. Well, so I've got John here. So I think once his internet starts getting sorted, we can jump into it. But in the meantime, John is an Arsenal fan of, I want to say 30 years, I believe.
Yeah,
30?
sure. Nice to see you, Tosin. Nice to see you guys. So, yeah, I'm a bit older than Tosin. Used to work with him a few years ago, and I've been around Arsenal since the late 70s. So, from North London originally.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, can you hear me now, Tosin?
Yeah, I can hear you. Continue. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear you, mate. I think internet is having connectivity issues. Yeah, John, I think your internet is a bit. I think it's like stop start. But you were saying that you've been an Arsenal fan for the past essentially 50 years, since the 70s, which is crazy to me. That's absolutely nuts.
More than that?
60 years. That's absolutely crazy.
Can you hear me now, Tosin, or not?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. I think your internet is having issues, John, or your audio.
Well, I can hear you and see you.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Continue. You can continue. Hello, John, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. I can hear you.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, you got me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Connectivity issues. But yeah, okay, John, you jump in whenever your internet is, when you can hear me. But basically, guys, I wanted to discuss we've got a few.
It's saying I've got full Wi-Fi here, but I got...
Okay. Yeah, so
I'm not that old, about 45 years.
Okay. Yeah. Continue.
Yeah, and been around. So I'm from North London originally, and started going in the late 70s. No. I said I started going in the late 70s.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The late 70s. So you've been watching Arsenal for the past 50 for yeah.
I can hear you, but you're cutting in and out at your end.
Really?
So yeah, I've been around. I've been around since the late 70s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For some reason, is it my internet?
Maybe I can. I don't know. Maybe I can hear you, but you're cutting in and out to me.
Okay. I mean, someone just commented saying they can. So I'll just say, just continue. I can hear you.
Yeah. Do you want me to carry on?
Yeah. I can hear you. I can hear you. Keep going. Maybe this is a StreamYard issue. I'm not sure.
You're cutting in and out to me, so I can hear you, but you're cutting in and out.
Oh, I would say just continue, and then when I say something, then you jump on. But I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear. Just keep going.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out, so I don't know when to speak.
Okay. Speak when I put
okay, that's fine. Okay, okay, that's fine. So yeah, so I've been around Arsenal since the late 70s. First game was in about 1979, 1980, and I've had a season ticket since the mid 80s, and I did home and away until from 89, well, late 80s till.
Yeah, John, I think it's your internet.
Did home and away from the late 80s till 2005 ish, because I've probably been to about 1,200, 1,300 games.
That's nuts. 1,300 games is absolutely wild. That is crazy to me. So what I would say, John, is why don't you drop out of this and then jump back in? I think.
So yeah, I've also done a couple of short stints working at the old stadium as well. So I did a 2-week stint there with the stadium manager and working. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So obviously,
What do you want to do? Do you want to bin it off and try again another time?
No. So what I would say is, I think you should log out of this and then log back in. I think it's your internet, because I can hear you loud and clear, and people watching can also hear me.
Let's try that.
I would say you jump off and then back in. Try that. Okay. So whilst John sorts out his internet, guys, I wanted to quickly talk about the West Ham match. It was business as usual, absolutely business as usual. If anything, I would say with West Ham, I was disappointed we conceded 2 goals. I'm not going to lie to you. John, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I think. Why don't you try using this on the laptop? Maybe it might be because you're on the phone or something.
Maybe, I don't know. Is it better now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So I was just talking about West Ham basically, and I was thinking the West Ham match. We played really, like, we were swashbuckling, to be honest, for like maybe 20 minutes. But I'm asking myself, were we really swashbuckling, or are West Ham just a really diabolical team? Some of the patterns of play, the passing, the long pass from Trossard for Havertz was nice. The scoop pass from Ødegaard for Saka, for Saka's assist to Trossard, that was nice. Obviously the corners as well from Saka for Gabriel. These are all nice. Like we played good football for like probably the first 20-30 minutes. Fantastic football. But I wasn't happy in the manner we conceded the goals. I think
West Ham are a funny team, because they're the sort of team, they try and stick in there, but then they can lose confidence. But I agree, those 2 goals to me are the sign of a team that's a little bit complacent and can let a team back into the game. That team's not a killer. And I've noticed it more this season, that tendency to let teams in. And I've seen it so many times over God knows how many years, that if you let a team back in, you can slip. And even yesterday at 4-2, we could have let them back into the game.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely 100%, because I was looking at the match and it was strange. Even though we were 3 goals up, I never felt fully confident. I never felt fully secure, like we were in control of the match. I always felt like we were kind of teetering on the edge. But I did think the refereeing, like, I'm not one to talk about the refereeing, but I did think it was pathetic refereeing, to be honest. I don't know why Fabianski doesn't get sent off for pretty much assaulting Gabriel. I know it wasn't on purpose, but it's still violent conduct. And I don't get why the free kick that allowed Emerson it was a great free kick, but it wasn't a foul by Declan Rice. Yeah. It was a strange game. You saw decisions that the ref was giving yellows for, but then you see Fabianski doing all that sort of nonsense, and he doesn't even get sent off for that.
Do you know what? That when Emerson scored, the game could have turned at that point. And that's the thing. You can't, if you compare that to the Liverpool-Man City game, you've got to kill teams. You can't give them that back into the game. And the problem is, when we've blown stuff in the past, in the Wenger era, but also in the last couple of years, it's that habit of letting teams back into games, which kills you.
Yep. And it's well said, because, I mean, at the end of the day, you can't really, I'm not complaining. We've gone away to Lisbon. We've gone away to Sporting, sorry. We've gone away to West Ham. It was a game straight after the European football. Like, no one's expecting Arsenal to be like, but I mean, given how poor of a team West Ham are, it was just, I didn't like the quality of chances we actually conceded to them. I didn't really like the goal we conceded as well from Wan-Bissaka. I thought Calafiori and Trossard are sleeping for that.
Wan-Bissaka,
yeah. I didn't like that at all. So I think, I mean, there's positives there. what are the positives? The positives are Saka is just operating at a different level, right? The positives are that Erdegaard is basically the
Yeah, I mean, I agree as well. And I think that I just don't like that complacency because I've seen it go wrong too many times over the years.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, is like, okay, Jacobs made a point. People criticize. There's a comment that's been made. He said people criticizing the team because the ref allowed the opposition the chance. True, the ref did allow the opposition the chance with the Declan Rice free kick. However, I didn't like the way we just so quickly switched off after the fourth goal. I didn't like that at all. I felt like, okay, we kind of started to treat it as a training match. And it's like what you said, John. You got to be killers, so there's still that bit of naivety in the team, which I'm hopeful that can get cut out the longer the season progresses. But a team like West Ham, I'm sorry, I know 5-2 is a good result, but we shouldn't be conceding 2 goals to this. They're dead rubber team. They got nothing. We should not be conceding 2 goals. And even towards the end as well, Danny Ings, I don't know what Saliba's doing there, but then it could easily be a 5-3 game that shouldn't really be a 5-3 game. So I'm not trying to pick holes. I'm not trying to pick holes at the team here, but it's just room for improvement. I thought it was a decent performance. I didn't think it was a great performance. I thought it was a decent performance. I would have liked to keep a clean sheet, but like you said, it's West Ham away. You don't really know what you're going to get. It's a London derby. Anything goes. And you see, despite the fact that the crowd was pretty much against the team, once they scored a goal, the crowd kind of were like backing them all of a sudden. So it is what it is. I mean, I'm happy we got the 3 points. We move on, coming from Portugal, back to back wins now. Tell me, let's talk about United. What are you thinking about United? What do you think? What are you expecting from the home game against United on Wednesday? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think Tosin, we're letting in too many goals, and I think.
Yeah, continue, keep going. I think your internet again. Yeah, John, I think it's your internet. Yeah, but it sounds like you agree with me with the goals. In terms of United, I'm looking forward to that United match, and I actually like the fact that United are in, dare we say, good form. Because I say that, like, not even good form, they're in okay form. Because I watched them against Ipswich, and Ipswich were unlucky not to get the win. Ipswich had so many chances, should have beaten them. I watched them against Bodo Glimt. Well, I didn't watch them, but I just saw the highlights. I'm just like, Bodo Glimt were cutting through their team for fun, right? And of course, obviously, they beat Everton, but Everton are like a dead rubber team at home. You should be beating them, as bad as United have been this season. If anything, that's an indictment on United that they've been that bad this season, that a game like Everton at home, typically that's not the game they'd win. But you'd expect them to win 4-0 with the players they got. But them coming to the Emirates, the only thing that annoys me is Rashford. An unformed Rashford always scores against Arsenal. He always scores. He scored at our ground last season. He scored at our ground the season before. The last thing I want is him on fire. But that being said, we're a better team than United. We're farther along in our development as a team than United. We should be beating them. We should be putting United to the sword. The game against United has to be a game where we just show them levels. We show them, okay, great. You've got Amorim. You're in this stage of your development, but we are here. We are looking to push Liverpool. I can't see anything but a United, a loss for United and an Arsenal win. What do you think? How do you think that game is going to play out, John, against United? Can you hear me? I think maybe, John, you need to log off and log back.
And we've seen that.
Gone. Man, I think it's your internet, John. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, I think we've seen. I'm pretty sure you're probably about to say we've seen it before with United coming and causing danger at Arsenal. But I think we should be beating them. What's our record at home against United? We beat them 3-1 last season. We beat them 3-2 the season before. We beat
again.
them.
What I'd say.
Go on.
What I'd say, Tosin, is United. It's been one of those games for us over the years where it can be unpredictable.
Yeah. 100%, 100%. Because they went. I'm pretty sure they went ahead last season. They scored first.
One of those games, Tosin, where it can be very unpredictable, the Man United game. And with their new manager bounce of Ruben Amorim, you never know. Rashford's had a lot of success against us over the last few seasons. But I think it's a game we need to get ahead in the game and stop them building momentum. I would fancy us, and we need to build that momentum coming into the Christmas period, because if you can get on a roll over Christmas, there's a lot of points to be had. And it's when comebacks can start, because a lot of games teams get stuck in the mud, injuries, bad conditions. So I think it's one we really need to win. I think we will win it, but I think it will be difficult, and I think there'll be difficult periods during the game.
Yeah, I fully agree. I expect us to win, but I don't anticipate that it's going to be easy. I actually think it's going to be a much tougher game than a lot of fans actually think it will be. You know, you got the
What do you think, Tosin? Do you think it'll be a difficult game?
I think it will be a difficult game. I don't think it will be easy, and I think maybe the 2 goals we conceded to West Ham is kind of a blessing in disguise. It's kind of a blessing in disguise for us anyway, because it helps us see, hey, look, yeah, you dusted off Sporting, you scored 5, against West Ham, but you still have conceded goals in both those games. So a team like United, as bad as they've been, they still got the quality to hurt you. So one would expect us to really play with a high level of concentration. We can't take anything for granted when we're playing against United. That being said, however, we are a better team, and we are at home. We should beat them. I'm looking at this United team. I'm looking at our team. There's nothing about this team that makes me think we shouldn't be beating them at our ground. So I can only see an Arsenal win. I think we beat them. It won't be an easy game, but I think we beat them. Jacobs says here, I genuinely don't think we drop any points in December. You know what? I think I agree with that. I said it in the last episode. I'm gonna say it again. I think I definitely see us going on a win streak at least till the end of December. Right? Obviously, it's one game at a time, but I can't see us not winning any of our matches till the end of the year. I can see us literally winning every single one till the end of the year. Now, the question is, will that be enough? And that kind of leads me to my third point, John. Do you think, obviously, because John, you've been an Arsenal fan longer than I have, right? So people are talking about this 9-point gap to Liverpool, right? And it's a big gap, especially with Liverpool literally right now, they're the best team in Europe. That is clear. They're the best team in Europe. You see them in the Champions League. They've beaten Man City. They've beaten Real Madrid. They came to our ground. They didn't lose. They should have lost, but they didn't lose. People are saying, oh, yeah, wait till Liverpool plays someone. They've played someone.
And following that, Tosin, that's when the momentum can start.
Oh, what, end of the year? Do you mean like when you say momentum can start, you mean what, just winning all our games till the end of the year? Okay. Yeah, John, I think your internet is, yeah. Try logging off on your phone. Try logging in via your laptop. Try that. Try doing it on a laptop, because I think people can hear me, but I think you keep cutting in and out. But the point I was making, guys, is people are talking about this gap to Liverpool, and it's 9 points. It's large. Sorry? Like, yeah, as I was saying, people are talking about Liverpool, the gap to Liverpool, right? But the thing is, though, Arsenal people are talking about this gap, 9 points. It's so insurmountable. It's like Arsene Wenger's first title, when we won the title in the 97-98 season. We were 12 points behind United at the end of February. 12 points. And then Arsenal went on a 10-game winning streak and won the title. And we won the title at Old Trafford. So it's I think it's all to play for. Now, Liverpool look monstrous. They look ridiculous. Like, they legit are the best team. I definitely underestimated them at the start of the season. I definitely underestimated them because we finished above them last season and they were ahead of us, and the way they faltered. But like, I can't see anything that tells me that this Liverpool team are just going to drop off massively. That being said, they're gonna drop points. If they don't drop points in the away games they got, man, then they are worthy winners. They are flawless. They absolutely fully deserve to win this league title, right? But I think there's something in there for Arsenal. I think we can do something. We just got to focus on our stuff. We just got to keep winning. We just got to keep winning. Liverpool. The thing is, you may call me a hater for this, right? People may call me a hater for this, but again, I'm looking at the Liverpool team, and yes, they've beaten City. Yes, they beat Madrid. Yes, they didn't beat Arsenal, but they played an Arsenal where our whole team was pretty much decimated. They're playing an out of sorts Madrid. They played an out of sorts Madrid where Mbappe has messed up the complete dynamic and chemistry of the team. They're not playing the Madrid of last season where you have Vinicius.
So what do I think? I mean, I think 9 points is a lot, but it's not a lot in a way. And I think once a team gets on a roll, so say we get on a roll.
Yeah. Yeah, continue. Once a team gets on a roll.
I think once a team gets on a roll.
Yeah, I think your internet. But yeah, once a team gets on a roll, and
I think getting on a roll, just getting on that roll and feeling like you go into games.
Keep going.
Yeah, I agree.
Keep going. This is kind of a mazza, guys. This is kind of a madness. Anywho, yeah, but basically what you're saying is once we get on a roll, right? I think it's all there to play for. But like, what was I saying? This is not me trying to hate on Liverpool. I'm just stating facts. They beat a Real Madrid where Liverpool. I'm pretty sure. Did Vinicius even play against Liverpool? I don't even think he played. Did Vinicius play against Liverpool?
Yeah.
Did Vinicius Jr. play against Liverpool? I don't think he did. Let me just check this, guys. Because I don't think I'm being a hater here if I say this. Let's see. Yeah, he didn't play. Vinicius Jr. did not play against Liverpool. And plus, even if he did, this is an out of sorts Madrid. This is a Madrid. This is not the Madrid of last season, right? And even in that, they still got a penalty. Mbappe missed a penalty. There were still decent opportunities for them to get behind Liverpool. They just didn't take their chances, right? And then again, you get to Man City. This is a Man City on the floor. This is a Man City who have conceded a goal in the first 15 minutes of 6 of their matches this season. This is a different Man City. This is not the same Man City. This is not. And the thing is, Arsenal fans were saying it when we went to the Etihad. We were saying this team ain't all that. We were saying this, and then people would say, "Oh yeah, it's funny that Arsenal can go to the Etihad and say this team ain't all of that when they haven't won 4. You got 4, this, that, blah, blah, blah." This is not the same Man City. And look at them. They looked frail.
Yeah, I just think so, mate. Can you got me now?
Yeah, go on. Oh, John, this is go on. Yeah, essentially all I was saying is though Liverpool have played the big teams, they played the big teams, but
I don't know, mate. I think can you hear me now? Because I was just going to talk about getting the momentum.
Yeah, talk about getting the momentum. Go for it.
I don't think he did either.
Yeah, John, I think you may need to sign out on this one and we try again. And I just close it out. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be a hater on Liverpool. All I'm saying is probably the only Liverpool win that I've been like, okay, well, that's actually okay, fair enough. You made them look average. Is Chelsea.
Yeah.
But even with Chelsea they're a good team this season. But you saw even when we went to their ground, they're not all that. They're really not all like they're good. They're developing, but go on.
Tosin, can I come in and make a point? Can I come in and make a point there?
Go. Yeah, go. Make a point. Go on, make a point. Make a point.
I agree, mate. Do you want me to make a point on that one?
Yeah.
So what I think is it really reminds me where Man City are. Reminds me of where we were in the after the 49 game unbeaten run.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
What?
what I was going to talk about. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Keep going. Just keep going. Don't wait. Just keep going. I'll tell you when to
All
stop.
right.
Just
Catch up next time.
okay.
Cheers, mate.
See ya. Okay. Yeah, we'll try that again next time. But yeah, like the point I was making about Liverpool is that it's not that the teams they're playing aren't good. It's just that the teams they're playing, they're in moments. Like Chelsea are a team that are definitely on the rise. They're developing, but really and truly, you gotta ask yourself, why aren't their fans talking about a title race when they've got the squad? When they've got the squad. Chelsea are the only team in the league that can play in Europe and pretty much rest their whole, if not 3/4 of their starting 11, right? And then play their fresh starting 11 in Premier League football. Like they're dusting off Villa, fair enough. But bro, I'm not gonna. You're dusting off Aston Villa. You should be beating them at home. You should be beating Aston Villa at home. And plus, Aston Villa don't have the same luxury you have, guys. Aston Villa can't rest their whole starting 11 in a Champions League match against Juventus, and then. So I'm sorry. So call this a hater fun on Liverpool, but I still think Liverpool are gettable. Liverpool are very gettable. We just gotta focus on ourselves. We can't get big headed now because we scored 5 against West Ham. We scored 5 against Sporting. We've got to go to United. And I agree with what Jacobs you said. I agree. I actually agree with this. United will definitely be a tough game and we'll win, but it won't be a clean sheet. It will be a battle. And it's fine. And to be honest, I want it to be a battle so that we can actually beat these guys and they can and with all their form, so they can't say any excuses. Oh, we're just at the start. Because you know they're going to start talking now. All United fans are going to be like, oh, yeah, Rashford, yeah, we can go to the Emirates and get something, which they can, but they're not going to. They're absolutely not going to. So anyway, to be honest, there's a lot of positives about Arsenal, guys. I'm not going to be one of them guys that's looking at, oh yeah, what could have been. It is disappointing that the City fall off. We've not capitalized it to our extent, and it just goes to show how the stubbornness of Arteta and just the team's lack of mindset and mentality can really set us back, man. That's the Premier League. These small games, these games against Bournemouth, these games against Newcastle, the stupid red cards. You just think about the just bozo naivety that Arsenal has shown this season. And I think now we've got to be perfect, kind of like last season. But I think the team's got it in them to keep going. We got Fulham away on Sunday. That's Arsenal versus us. What Fulham should be called Arsenal B versus Arsenal. That wouldn't be an easy game. But again, we can beat Fulham. We should be going there to beat Fulham. We really should be. And I'm not saying this to gas us. Like, we're a good team. We're a really, really good team. And I think one thing that I just got to talk about before I sign out is Yuri and Timber. Guys, Yuri and Timber. This guy. I've been talking about him all season, and I'll continue. I spoke about him after the Man City match. His defensive power, but this guy, man, like he is just honestly, man. I think he's been my favorite Arsenal player this season. I'm not gonna lie to you. Of course, honorable mention for Gabriel, Erdegaard, Saka, but Thomas Partey. But man, Yuri and Timber, wow. Wow, what a player. What a player. I think Arsenal, if they're smart, we give him a contract extension this season. This guy is just unreal player. Unreal. And I'm looking at the best right backs in the Premier League. But obviously, people are going to say the likes of Trent, which is fair. He's been consistent for a long time. Ben White is there. Obviously, he's been amazing for Arsenal. But I think Yuri and Timber, he goes there. He goes there. Like, I'm looking at what he adds to the team, and I think this is why I've been screaming it. Like, And Arsenal with a fully fit back four. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Arsenal with a fully fit back four, right? Bruv. Because what makes us so difficult is that every single one of our defenders can defend. Probably the only one you put question marks around, and they're all fluid. They can play all across the back four. Well, most of them, right? They can play in several different positions. But Yuri and Timber, left back, he locks down players. Right back, locks down players, and he gets forward. Center back, he can lock down. It's just like this guy is just unreal. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we're doing. We're cooking. We're cooking. But it's crazy that we're starting to cook, but we're 9 points behind. But like I can't look at that 9 points. I can only look at United. We just got to keep our heads down, keep winning, and then just go from there. I heard about us getting this new sporting director as well, Olabe. Mate, I'll bring him. Take him. I will take him. He's the guy that brought Erdegaard. If he's the guy that brought Erdegaard to Sociedad and brought Isak to Sociedad, I'll take him at Arsenal. I don't mind. Another guy from the Basque country, I'll take him. As long as he just gets us great players, I don't mind. And last thing I wanted to just actually discuss, guys, is I'm looking at this team now, right? It's a lot of people. It's funny. Every time we clamor for a striker, we start scoring a bucket load of goals, right? But I'm looking at this Arsenal team. I'm asking myself, can we are we going to do any business? And even if we did do any business in January, who are we going to get? Who are we actually going to get? I'm looking at this Arsenal team, and probably the main additions that I think need to be added to the team is at least another forward, like a winger, proper winger, unless you want to play Sterling and Sterling rises, or unless you want to give Ethan more minutes, which he's going to give him some, but I don't think he's going to give him to the level where he can really come in and displace a lot of our wingers. I think we need this. We need a striker. We need a left winger. And it's interesting, Jacobs, you say that Jesus replacement, but I'm going to say something contrary. Jesus has looked sharp when he's come on, to be honest. He's looking sharper and sharper. I think he just needs to bide his time. Honestly, Jesus, it just looks like a player to me that just needs a goal. I think when he gets a goal, I think when he's confident, I think we might see a better version of him. I think he just honestly needs a goal. Like, you've watched the West Ham cameo, he came on, he looked sharp. The first half against Nottingham Forest, he looked sharp. I just need to see some goals. I think when he gets goals, when he gets that confidence, man, it's going to lift a lot off of his shoulders. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for bearing also with the technical difficulties. I know John tried to join. I really was looking forward to hearing what he had to say, because John's been going to Arsenal matches for like the past 45 years. Like, this guy he was at Anfield in '89 when Arsenal won the league. Like, he was at Anfield there, So someone like him, the stories, the anecdotes is absolutely knowledgeable for relatively newer gooners like myself. Like, who am I? I've been watching Arsenal, 19, 20 years. That doesn't compare to John. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. All the best. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and I'll be talking to you after the United match, hopefully discussing how we've gotten a hard-fought but much-needed win. Anyways, guys, take care. See ya.